What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Fantasy Football Game Show presented by Front Yard Fantasy. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by co-host Josh and John Luke. What's up, guys?
What is up, Simon and Joshua Walter Huster?
That's my name, not really, but whatever.
we can't call you Jeff today, Josh, because we have the real Jeff on the show with us. Good friend of the show, Jeff Bell, is joining us today, guys. For those of you that do not know him, you can find him on Twitter at @ForWhomJBellTolls. He's the lead Devy writer and an NFL writer at Fantasy Pros, footballguys.com staff, and host of the Devy Royale and Coming Off the Edge podcast. What is up, Jeff?
Nothing this man doesn't do.
And I'm trying to stay busy, trying to get around as best I can. So certainly very, very busy, but it's a beautiful Thursday here in Columbus. And so I'm enjoying the time that I'd be able to set aside and talk with you guys.
Hell yeah. Man, Jeff, do you ever regret your handle? Like, is it ever like, man, I wish I didn't make it For Whom J Bell Tolls?
Never. No. I wish I could have one more character though, because I would have a burner that says For Whom J Bell Trolls. But
my God, that's perfect.
So my alter ego with the Lady Gaga Avi from Scott Fishbowl would be my personal picture on that. But I'm frustrated I can't do that. But I'm thankful, and I love my handle.
Oh my God!
Just take off like the M in whom, just for Who J Bell Trolls. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that would be properly grammatically. I don't know.
You're trolling.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You will be outed so quick if you're a grammatically correct troll.
Jeff is like, I will not put my grammar into question just for the art of trolling. It's not going to happen. He's got standards. He is an Ohio State man, and he will not reduce his grammar for anybody. Jeff was saying before the show, if he would have known sooner he was coming on, he would have put on even more Ohio State gear, JL, for us. He would have put on a hat, a sweatshirt, face paint, everything. I'm hoping Clemson, Ohio State meet, Jeff, so we can have a game this season where all of us are cheering.
Oh, we have to live stream that if that's the case.
It feels inevitable. It happens every year, it seems like now.
It does. Jeff and I did talk about we had this idea where we're each gonna watch one of the postseason games, one where Clemson wins, one where Ohio State wins, and we're just gonna live stream it together and try not to kill each other the whole time. So I still think we need to need to.
We can find some time. I have a baby due next week.
Wait.
So so things
congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats, but Joe, you said one where Ohio State wins. Jeff doesn't have many to choose from on that front.
I think I have one.
Single one.
Single.
Yeah,
we got a couple to choose. I'm just messing with you. We'll see. That wasn't particularly close last time they played. Ohio State pretty much dominated, but I'm excited for a potential rematch. Jeff, we brought you here today to play tiers with us. We're going to need your help creating 2 tier lists today. We're doing part 3 of our redraft quarterbacks. So we'll be talking some of the names maybe a little bit outside of that top 12 range, some of the guys that could be your QB2 and Superflex or some of these sleepers. And then we are going to be doing a Disney songs tier list. I believe last time we had you on, we did a Disney princess movie bracket, if I'm not mistaken. And we brought you back for Disney songs today. So that should be a fun one as well.
Last month, I did sneak in the Star Wars episode, so we got to do that last month.
Yeah, we did.
That's right.
The first time I think it came on. Yeah.
I apparently I'm a company man. I guess ESPN should probably get involved in that.
They really should.
Out here dropping all this company, I might be able to find a little bit more time in my schedule. So, I'm sure Matthew Berry's watching out there.
He probably
appreciate the work. So
just ESPN, if you need a Star Wars Devy Disney princess analyst on TV, just reach out to Jeff.
All of Disney Plus. Disney Plus.
We just put the Devy Royale on Disney Plus, and we can work a little bit more, content into that.
That would be so funny to see your face on Disney Plus.
Log into one of the Marvel, Star Wars, National
Jeff
Geographic,
Bell.
Jeff. And those are just the categories. Craig's in here says, "Oh man, Jeff is."
And they're all like,
Craig said,
"Oh man, Jeff show."
You could be on the Jeff show. There you go.
Yeah, the Jeff show.
Craig coming in the chat saying, Jeff is on today. I've got a dream that he will let it go on these tiers. Come on, you could have put at least one more in there, Craig.
Disgusting. Nobody's letting it go on the stream, all right?
And Scott said huge announcement today. So we will see what Scott's announcement is. Jay said, can't wait to hear it. Announcement. Maria said, I'm here for the announcement. And Jay is waiting with bated breath. Prue, welcome on in. Hello.
Hello.
I'm not saying it, but you can finish it if you want. There we go. Jeff,
you panderer.
I'll let you put it on the screen, but I'm not doing it. NBA says, what up, beautiful folks in this sweet stream. Oh, now the stream is sweet.
NBA sent me a DM on Discord the other day, and it was just like a little GIF thing of this character waving and dancing. And so I just sent it back, and it's probably my favorite conversation of all time. All the conversation consisted of was just two little robot guys waving at each other.
Those are the best kind of conversations.
It was deep. Super deep.
Maria said, hi, friends, only 3 minutes late. I resent that. We were 2 minutes late today, and we got Corey in here saying, shout out.
Corey.
And Jeff, man, this is confusing. I'm so used to saying Jeff and meaning Josh. Jeff, can Cleve finally take over the division this season? He wants to know from you. NBA wants you to answer. Can the Browns finally take over the division this season?
Yeah, certainly. They can win that division.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm glad you answered, Jeff.
I might go with I might go with your Ravens, Josh. So. Yes, let's go. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's the Ravens or the Browns. I'm excited to see how that division plays out this year. Corey is sad at work and has a bad connection. Him and Swamp are sad together. And Jay saying Jeff has the best handle on Twitter.
And no one can deny.
Look at this love you're getting, Jeff. Jordan says tailgating with Jeff seems like such an above average time. Like just really better than a standard afternoon.
I bet you're really fun to play catch with, Jeff.
Yeah, I go after it. That ball's not touching the ground, so I'll lay out, especially on the beach. You got to go for it.
Yes, you got to go for it. Even on the grass, you got to go for it.
Jeff is a good guy. I think we would get along.
Jeff is a good guy.
Josh, I'm going to come to you with this one. Who will have the better fantasy season, Burrow or Mayfield? Why?
Well, it's not easy, actually. I am drafting where they're getting drafted. I'm drafting Burrow ahead of Mayfield just because of the upside. I think he could take that next step. And if he does, then he could be easily a top 10 quarterback, Burrow. Easily a top 5 quarterback. That his upside is easily top 5. Baker Mayfield, on the other hand, with that run first offense, I'm a little bit more concerned about, but if I had to choose right now who has more fantasy points at the end of the season, it might be Mayfield. It's probably pretty close. He's the safer option, but when I'm taking a quarterback in fantasy, I'm probably going Burrow. So it's kind
Jeff, how do you feel about this one? Do you agree with what Josh said, or do you have a different take on these two guys?
I'm kind of out on Joe Burrow right now. He's got the wide receivers advantage, I think, but we don't know what's going on with Jamar Chase. And certainly there's mental hurdles apparently in camp about him coming back from the injury. I just think that maybe Baker Mayfield might be due to finally put it all together. And I worry about, there's no rushing floor with Joe Burrow. So I struggle to get involved there. I just think that it's going to be you're praying for volume, and anytime you've got a quarterback that doesn't have a rushing floor, and really Mayfield doesn't either, but I think I could see some more efficiency and touchdowns out of the Browns offense this year than out of the Cincinnati offense.
Just real fast to that, Burrow doesn't have a rushing floor, but he does have rushing upside, right? Like if everything is good in his leg,
he's coming off that. We don't know what that leg is. So.
MCL, yeah, it's tough.
It's there that he's ran in the passes, I guess is what I'm saying. So if he's back to normal, which I'm not expecting, don't get me wrong, I'm not expecting that. But if he's back to normal, he feels like he can run. There is upside. There's some upside, not the Kyler Murray or Josh, like these other like high rushing quarterbacks upside. But there's 400-yard seasons in his future, I think, rushing wise.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything bad about the Bengals. Hopefully Taylor's watching, so I know he gave me a shout out yesterday because I didn't say anything bad about the Bengals on the AFC preview that I did last night. So,
fair enough.
Hopefully Joe Burrow, we'd love to see him back out there. And certainly he's a Buckeye too. He was a graduate of Ohio State University, so pulling for him. So hopefully he gets back.
Absolutely. Troy in the chat. What's up, Troy? Welcome
Troy?
in. And Jordan said he's ready to shed some tears about these tiers. And Jeff, are you in the 5 timers club? Is this your 5th time?
This is my 3rd time.
Third time, the 3 timers club. We'll get to 5 one of these days. What's up, Anthony? Welcome in. Glad to have you here. And Scott said excited for this show, guys. I'm looking at this announcement and really feel I should have approved it by the guys first. No, we want nothing.
Do it.
Just announce it. We don't want to.
Do you really? Like, you've watched our show enough. Do you really think anything gets approved? Like we have any sort of process or threshold?
Yeah, do not apologize for anything, Scott.
The show is chaos.
Yeah. Even without him.
Jay number 3's in here. Jay Christensen said, I heard the bell toll. Had to catch the show today. He heard you were in here. We're going to move you up to the top. Guys, like I said before, these are our redraft QB tiers. But before we do this, I want to remind everyone watching, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, go and hit that subscribe button. We're on YouTube at Front Yard Fantasy. You can find parts 1 and 2 of our redraft QB tiers over there, along with every other game show we've done so far. So go and hit that subscribe button. And if tomorrow afternoon you're not sick of us yet, at 6 p.m. Eastern time, we are live on the FanDuel Twitch channel, streaming the Front Yard Fantasy Hour, playing some more games over there. So every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, you can find us on twitch.tv/FanDuel. And that's where we are.
We got guests, we got games, everything, every G.
Scott says, I would mostly like to be able to blame you 3 as well.
Right, you can
shift some of that if it goes awry. Yeah, okay.
That's cool.
That works. That's fine.
Easy. Please.
Okay.
I'm great at taking the blame.
He is.
Me too.
Fantastic.
I really am. I don't
Jeff,
mind.
this is the tier list we have constructed thus far. How this works is one of us will pick a player, and then we will go through and all of us will say what tier we think they belong in. The average becomes the tier they are in, with any ties going to the guest. So any ties, if it's right in between 2, it'll go to whichever tier you put them in, higher or lower. So you've got the first pick. With that being said, I can zoom in on the quarterbacks if you want me to take a better look at some of these guys. If not, just let me know which one of these guys you would like to talk about.
Well, I think that my choice is obvious here with these guys. I got to go with Justin Fields.
I started
Justin Fields?
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
So, Jeff, what tier would you put Justin Fields in and why?
So looking at the tiers that you've got right now, I put him in tier 4 because I think that he's got there's certainly uncertainty about when he might come in and play, but he's got the upside to ascend to even higher. And I think he's easily above tier 5 in my mind. And so he's a guy that I think he's worth grabbing on your redraft bench and stashing him, because he is a guy that with his, we talk about rushing floor with Joe Burrow, he's got the ability to really ascend into that top area if everything goes right.
Tier 4 for Justin Fields from Jeff. Josh, where are you putting Justin Fields?
Justin. He's a tough one for me because he does have all the upside in the world. He's got that rushing upside. If I knew 100% sure, if I knew he was starting week 1, Jeff, you said it. Like, he's a great guy to throw on your bench, but we know Trevor Lawrence is starting week 1. It's official now, right? That's the only reason why I'm able to take Trevor Lawrence confidently over Justin Fields at this point. I feel like he has to almost, just in a redraft league, this is a redraft, tiers we're doing. I got to take him. I got to put him in the fifth tier. Does he have the upside to be in the 3rd tier? He has the upside to be in the 2nd tier. Easily, even this year, but not easily. Sorry. He's got
not easily so.
But
Josh is having an existential Justin Fields.
I got to put him.
I love it.
I got to put him in the 5th tier. I feel bad doing it because of the upside. I love drafting guys with upside late, but I got to put him in the 5th tier.
I love watching Josh deliberate with himself. It's my favorite
I literally
activity.
am arguing
Josh
in my own
Josh.
head. Like,
Josh versus Josh is the
best.
John Luke, where are you putting Justin Fields? We've got a 4 and a 5 so far.
I am going to put him in 5 as well. I am really excited for Justin Fields. I absolutely believe in his talent. I believe in his skill set. And I think that he's going to start, before, at least by the time we get through a quarter of the season, game 4, game 5, I think they're going to start him for what they gave up. And we saw the Bears do this before with Trubisky, right? They were like, oh, Mike Glennon's the starter. And then, they got Trubisky in there quickly. So I don't think that the Fields is going to sit most of the season. I think he'll play most of the season, but you got to temper those expectations a little bit, because I do think he's going to miss some time, at least in the beginning, or not start some of the time in the beginning. So I completely agree with Josh's reasoning here. I have to put him below these guys in tier 4, who I know are going to start and know are going to play well. But upside, if he gets in early, if he performs in the way that we think he's going to perform, he's absolutely has a tier 3 upside, in my opinion.
If we knew he was the starter, I'm drafting over Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence. I am. If we knew he was going to start week 1.
Josh, exactly what you're saying like if we knew he was the starter, I would also in redraft draft him above these guys. I think I don't think they're going to let Trevor run free this year. And then even that being said, I just like the Bears offense better for a rookie quarterback to slide right into. I'm a lot more confident in what they're going to be doing, what their identity is going to be, and then being able to shape that team around Justin Fields. I'm not too worried about how much time he's going to miss. In my mind, it's like, does he start the second half of week 1 or the beginning of week 2? Like that, the Bears are a good team that have been a quarterback away from competing for a while now, and I don't think they're going to let Andy Dalton run with that for too long. They're going to see what he's got, and Justin Fields is going to go out there. Even though we don't know for sure he's starting week 1, I got to put him in tier 4 as well. I just think at this point, he's the quarterback I would prefer in redraft over Trevor Lawrence, even knowing that Lawrence is going to start week 1. Dynasty, I'm still on the Lawrence side, but redraft, give me Fields over him right now. So that is 2 tier 4s and 2 tier 5s. And like we said, the tie goes to the guys. So Justin Fields is going to end up in tier 4. Right there next to Trevor Lawrence.
I just want to say that I took so much heat back in February and March for saying Justin Fields above Trevor Lawrence in fantasy, and it's kind of almost consensus now. So, by the way.
Yeah, I think people create a false dichotomy, right? Like you either have to like Lawrence or Fields, and that's just not the case. I mean, one thing I'm really excited to see Fields coming into this league is that, we've seen him play at the highest level in college football. We saw the same thing with Deshaun Watson, where I am very confident that Justin Fields can be able to play well under pressure and adapt to the NFL quicker than a lot of other QBs who never sort of have that high pressure situation. We've seen Fields perform in high pressure games.
Completely agree. Anthony says Josh has a little devil version of himself on one shoulder, Angel on the other, and he continuously slaps them with his hands.
Jeff and
both of them, the Angel and especially the Angel. The Angel's too nice sometimes.
Cal said, "What's up, FYF fam? Jeff in the house." Indeed, he is. And Greg said the Bears defense is going to have issues this year, which may be better for their offense. 100%. We have seen that. Before we get on to our next quarterback, we have a question. Should I take Saquon, J.K. Dobbins, and Julio Jones for Derrick Henry and Deontay Johnson in a PPR league?
Yeah.
Saquon,
yes.
Julio Jones,
Yes.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
Anybody disagree with that? We can move on, I think. Yep. No. Take that right now. Said I'd be getting Saquon. Yep. Take it and run.
Ryan Fitzpatrick in tier 5. I still, we talked about this last week. It's already set in, but like that does almost make me want to put Justin Fields in tier 4 myself, because he is above Ryan Fitzpatrick in my head.
And Tim said, "Jail, use dumber words for some of us in the chat, please.
Sorry,
stop with all your smart words." Josh, you get to pick the next player. Which quarterback?
Economy and stuff. Yeah, exactly. So economy and dichotomy and everything. Anyway, listen, we just talked about this guy. We already tiered one of the guys we were just comparing him to. So why not just bring him up? Jeff, we were just talking about Joe Burrow. We were talking about Baker Mayfield, right? Baker Mayfield, I put him definitely above Ryan Fitzpatrick. But like I said earlier, I'm still drafting Joe Burrow because of the upside ahead of Baker Mayfield. I think, again, he's probably tier 5 because of the offense he plays in.
Tier 5 for Josh, for Baker Mayfield. JL, where are you putting Baker?
For me, Baker is also tier 5. Wow, Josh, we were in sync. I'm excited for Baker this year. I think that the Browns are going to be a force. Were we talking about before the stream or on the stream about that division? I can't remember.
On the stream. It was a question from NBA.
Yeah, I think Browns and Ravens, it's going to be tough to see who wins that division. I think both teams are going to be really good, and the Browns defense is arguably the best in the league.
Tier 5 for Baker from John Luke. And for me, like I'm looking at the quarterbacks in tier 4 right now, and that's about the range where I'm drafting Baker Mayfield. Like ahead of Lawrence, Fields, but behind Hurts, Stafford. I don't know what to do with Burrow at this point. He's pretty much on my do not draft list, but I understand why people are drafting him in that range. Like I get it, but so I have to put Baker in tier 4. It's becoming a big tier, but I think he fits right in with those guys. I don't know how much of a difference there is in my mind. Jeff, where are you putting Baker Mayfield? We've got a 5 and a 4 so far.
I've got him at 5. I'm sorry. So I don't think. I mean, I talked about Mayfield over Burrow, but I don't know that Burrow should be in tier 4. So I've got Mayfield in tier 5 here.
Yeah,
2 tier 5s and a tier 4. Or wait, everyone's voted already, right?
Yeah.
Did I miss something?
Tier 5s.
3 tier 5s. So that makes it pretty easy. Baker ends up in tier 5. I don't even need to do the math there. Baker Mayfield down in tier 5. Fancy Fred is back. Says, don't lie, Simon. You're taking Baker 101.
All formats.
All formats, every draft. I'm taking Baker 101, 100%.
And welcome
Fancy
back,
Fred is back. And the fantasy future said, as a Steelers homer, I'm nervous to play against Baker. Give the man tier 4 at least. I tried, my man. But
I'm glad he said this. We were just talking about the Browns and Ravens. The Steelers deserve a shout out there. I don't want to be the one to do it. Screw the Steelers. The Steelers often, if everything pans out well for them, they could absolutely be in this conversation where I, as a Ravens fan, I'm nervous to play them every week, every year. It doesn't matter who's good, who's bad.
But the Steelers,
it's going to be a fun division. And I know you're not allowed to talk crap about the Bengals, Jeff, but they're definitely last. If I had to pick one,
they are.
That's just me.
You're right.
Yeah. I don't think anyone could argue that at this point.
John Luke, which one of these quarterbacks would you like to talk about next?
All right. Who is left here? We got Danny Dimes. Let's talk about, is Matt Ryan still on here?
Yeah.
He's down there.
There he is.
Weird.
There he is.
Yep. It's real skinny face.
Real skinny. I have Matt Ryan in tier 5. I think that's solely where he belongs. I think we're going to see a high volume, like they're always just throwing the ball up on that Falcons offense. So I think we're going to get that again, but I'm a little worried about the team in general. I'm not quite sure what the game scripts are going to look like for him. He lost Julio. I don't know what that means necessarily, but I think tier 5 is a solid place for him.
Tier 5 for Matt Ryan from John Luke. Joe, you didn't even mention the Matt Ryan every other year stat. That's the most important thing to talk about when discussing Matt Ryan, right? That's the number one. We're all narrative driven here. Yep, just oscillating seasons, and that's how.
Sorry, Tim. The back and forth guy.
Matt Ryan belongs in tier 5 in my eyes. That's where I'm drafting him. I guess it's rude for me to say he doesn't have that upside that the quarterbacks in the tier above him have, because we've seen him have like number 2 overall fantasy finishes in the recent history, but he doesn't have that rushing floor that some of these other quarterbacks have. He lost Julio Jones. I'm not sure how good that team or offense is going to be as a whole. So those question marks, plus it being an older Matt Ryan, puts him in tier 5 for me. Jeff, what about you? We've got 2 tier 5s. Where are you putting Matt Ryan? You got a smirk. Makes me think you're throwing him in tier 1.
It's 5. It's 5 closer to 6. I feel like I'm concerned about Matt Ryan. I'm concerned about the offensive line there. And also I've been working on these training camp reports for Football Guys, and I've been covering the Falcons. And it seems like Matt Ryan and the Falcons quarterbacks have been throwing interceptions in every practice, struggling to get used to Arthur Smith's new system. So I think that he's going to be under a lot of pressure from that offensive line, and he's going to be potentially turning the ball over. And so I think he's going to be put in bad situations. And so not having any sort of rushing game to provide there, losing Julio Jones, I'm just really out on Matt Ryan as a fantasy quarterback this year.
Jeff, completely out, throwing him down there in tier 5 with Baker and Ryan Fitzpatrick, but saying closer to tier 6. Josh, we've got 3 tier 5s. Unless you're putting them way up there, I'm not sure you'll change the outcome of this one, but where are you putting Matt Ryan?
I'm right there with everyone else here. I think he's actually a pretty safe option, if you really want a safe guy. But like I kind of said earlier, I'm kind of shooting for upside when we're drafting these quarterbacks in redraft. So he's tier 5 for me as well.
Tier 5. You guys made it easy for me again. Matt Ryan going in tier 5. Man, he looks like he is the owner of your local like Ford dealership or something. Like a really good job. Nice guy, comes out, greets you, got like a little bit of a southern accent, shakes your hand. Kev said, "Is 4-day-old spaghetti safe to eat?"
This is the question that we all need answers to. Right?
Yep, 100%. You're good. I don't care if it's been in the fridge or not. You can eat it.
I was going to say, we need a little bit more details. What sauce? How is it cooked? And where has it been for the last 4 days?
Raw.
In the fridge.
In the fridge.
On the counter.
In the fridge.
And the sauce is petroleum jelly based. And it's just been slathered onto raw noodles and sitting on the counter for 4 days is what keeps it in me.
Oh, well, that's actually good then. I heard the jelly keeps it more
preserved.
Keeps it safe.
Yep.
Scott says it's raining here in Minnesota right now. How does that affect your PPR rankings for quarterback signing?
Oh, wait a second. Move Matt Ryan up. up.
When it rains, my tiny buttons become activated, and then that allows me to rank quarterbacks
physically
more accurately.
Physically,
I didn't come here to talk about Simon's tiny buttons. I don't know.
Tiny buttons.
Well, guess what, Jack?
Tiniest buttons.
Get ready.
Oh my God. The Fantasy Future said Matt Ryan looks like he tried out for the movie Elf, but didn't make it. Didn't get the
Sorry, Matt.
We just
not this time.
Watch that movie again.
Oh, man.
And before we talk about the last quarterback, we've got one more question. Fancy Fred says, I've got a keeper question for you all when you have a minute. Pick 2. Sacrifice last year's draft round plus 2 rounds. Jalen Hurts in round 15. DJ Chark in round 10. Damien Harris, round 9. Jacoby Myers, round 11. Michael Pittman Jr., round 10. For me, there's one obvious one, and that's Hurts in round 15.
But is it a one quarterback? Still, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm assuming if it's a 2 quarterback, that's obvious.
I think it's 1 quarterback, if I remember.
One quarterback, and I would still keep Hurts in 15 at this point.
Yeah.
And then for me, the other one I think is Damien Harris in round 9. I think those are the 2 that I'm keeping here. What about you guys? Does anybody have a different 2 or different 1?
So is round 9 the after you added the 2?
I think that's the round that he would actually have to sacrifice that pick.
Got you.
But it's the same scale for all of them, so it shouldn't matter either way, right?
Yeah, I think I'm with you, Simon. I think I'm with you. Jalen Hurts is a huge value, but 1 QB league, it just doesn't. I don't know. QBs don't matter as much to me.
But 15.
I don't know. Damien, where's Damien Harris right now?
I think I'm going Damien Harris and Michael Pittman myself.
Michael Pittman is the other one, but I'm worried about Pittman this year.
Fantasy Future said here. Oh, go ahead, Jeff.
I was going to say, I think Hurts is an easy one. I think if he's not a top quarterback for you, top 12, he's certainly top 15-ish. So he's high end.
Yeah, you're right.
So.
I mean, I think with his rushing, top 12 is like a floor almost. That sounds hard to say about a second-year quarterback who we only saw in limited time last year, but truly, with the rushing ability, 12 seems like a floor for him if he plays all 16 games.
Damien Harris is going in the beginning of the 9th round in ADP, so it's not that much of a value.
Well, I would take that. I would take that with a grain of salt because they did just trade Sony Michel, and I imagine Damien Harris's ADP is going to go up at least
Damien
around.
Harris is the obvious choice for
his ADP
not
is
obvious, but
he's in the 9th round right now, but his ADP will not stay in the 9th round over the next couple of weeks. I don't think
that's fair.
Okay, guys, we've got one more quarterback to talk about.
I changed my mind. I'm going. Yeah, I'm with you guys. Hurts and Harris. That's what it is. Yeah.
Jeff, the angel got to him on his ear right there. And the Fantasy Future said here for the hashtag nipple talk. Yep, that's what
nipple
we do
talk. I thought we were talking about tiny buttons.
Oh yeah, sorry. I gave up the charade.
Wait a minute, that's code for nipples? You sick dogs. You disgusting,
going off the rails.
Disgusting boys.
Fancy Fred said, you guys rock. Let's get it back on the rails. We're talking quarterbacks, and the quarterback I want to talk about is Mr. Teddy Bridgewater. Just named the starter for the Broncos. So some people I know are getting a little excited moving him up. I am not getting excited for Teddy B. What I am getting excited for is Jerry Jeudy. I'm excited for Jerry Jeudy. I'm excited for Javonte Williams. I think Teddy Bridgewater is the perfect, safe stopgap quarterback for those 2 guys to provide them with some fantasy value. But there's no 1 quarterback league where I'm drafting Teddy Bridgewater to be my starting quarterback, period. He's tier 6 for me. We've seen what you're going to get from Teddy B, and it's not someone I want in my starting lineup. I just don't see the upside there. So he's all the way down in tier 6 for me. Jeff, where are you putting Teddy B?
Tier 6. I think you've hit all the relevant points. I am excited about Jerry Jeudy. It seems like he's his go-to wide receiver. And so I think Jeudy, I saw your post yesterday, Simon, and I'm pretty sure I liked it about the human crane going and getting. I'm all there too on Jerry Jeudy. But I still keep Teddy Bridgewater in tier 6.
Tier 6. Agreement on the Jerry Jeudy love, but tier 6 for Bridgewater. Josh, where are you putting Bridgewater?
And if there was a tier 7 right here, I mean, he's an option for tier 7 for me, honestly, but it's tier 6. It's tier 6. I don't have an interest, like you said, in drafting him in a 1 quarterback league.
Luke?
Yeah, I completely agree with all of your guys' points, Judy and just Teddy in general. I think he's low floor, low ceiling. We just didn't see much from him in Carolina, so I don't expect to see much from him in
He does have
Denver.
good weapons. He does
He
have
does.
good weapons. Yeah.
But he didn't have bad weapons in Carolina.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just I guess I'm just
now he does. Yeah,
the fantasy futurist.
Yeah.
Courtland Sutton's great, and JJ is great.
I would probably put him in tier 7, like Josh said, if there was a tier 7. But tier 6, I guess, since that's all we have right now.
Tier 6, so that puts Teddy Bridgewater down in tier 6. We might have to add some more tiers for next week if we continue doing quarterbacks. Dan said Fant. Noah is who he thinks is the beneficiary from Bridgewater. But I agree. I do think it's a good thing for Noah as well. And Tim said, y'all agree too much. Today we
are agreeing.
Just wait. We'll see what happens as we move on.
I might see Simon this weekend.
So very controversial topic coming up, Tim. So. I don't know, though. I think this is going to be a struggle, though.
I will say real fast, I wish we talked about Trey Lance because I just wanted to hear Jeff's take on that. Jeff, real fast, are you taking Justin Fields? You're taking Justin Fields over Trey Lance, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're all right there. I think it's dealer's choice. 6-1 half.
I agree.
Whoever ends up starting first probably would inch ahead, but I like them all. And Trevor Lawrence is right there, too. So I think that you can't go wrong right now.
I think there's more of a chance that Justin Fields starts a little bit quicker than Trey Lance, but I think if Trey Lance does get the opportunity, I see a little bit more upside there, personally. But
why do you think it's more likely that he'll start before him?
I think the 49ers are a little bit more locked into Jimmy Garoppolo, and that's not saying a lot considering like how much they're talking about Andy Dalton in Chicago. But I actually think that Jimmy Garoppolo is probably a better quarterback when it comes down to it than Andy Dalton is. I think he's just a little bit better.
I almost think that the opposite. I almost think that Kyle Shanahan's more willing to I feel like Kyle Shanahan feels more comfortable and more willing to go and make the move, whereas it just seems like Matt Nagy.
He's worried.
Yeah. He's
worried for
coaching
his job.
to not get fired, and it's just you hate to see it. And I don't know if he's protecting Justin Fields early or if he's just that conservative that he wants the veteran quarterback, but I feel like Kyle Shanahan feels more likely to say this guy's just better, and I feel confident that way, and I'm going to play him.
Yeah. If he's coaching not to get fired, though, wouldn't he start Justin Fields pretty quickly? You think? I don't know.
But I don't know that.
Yeah. I guess we can't get into Matt Nagy's head.
I wouldn't consider Matt Nagy to be good. Not what I would call a good coach. Yeah. So
I thought he was when he went to Chicago.
I think we all did a little bit.
Yeah, it was disappointing.
There's a lot of songs here.
I know. Are you guys ready? Jeff, I sent you the list with the names of the songs as well, not just the images on Twitter. So if you need that for reference, it is in there. JL and Josh, it's in Slack. I didn't send it to you personally, but that is in there because right here we just have these images. But so you guys know, Jeff, we're going to come to you. You get to pick the first song that we talk about on this tier list. Is there one that you definitely want to talk about?
I would like to talk about Circle of Life.
Circle of Life. And where are you tiering Circle of Life?
I think the Circle of Life is an S tier song. So I just think it's a classic. You know, it's the entry bars of Lion King. You hear the beginning of that song and you know it right away. And that opening sequence of Lion King might be the best sequence of a Disney film. So I'm putting it at the very top.
S tier for Circle of Life from Jeff. Josh, where are you putting Circle of Life?
Yeah, Circle of Life is S tier. I'm right there with you, Jeff. It gives you all the feels. It's I think of Disney songs. I kind of this song comes to mind almost. So
yeah,
I'm gonna go with you guys. S tier.
El Jefe.
Taylor saying hi, El Jefe. He's in here for you, Jeff.
That's John Luke. That's why I didn't talk the Bengals.
Where are you putting Circle of Life, JL? We've got two S tiers so far.
It's S tier for sure.
We'll make this easy. I agree with you guys. It is S tier. It's iconic and it's a good song. And doesn't Elton John sing Circle of Life? Like, is it he?
Yeah, I think so.
He does.
That's a powerhouse. That's a powerhouse vocalist right there. So you never heard of Elton John? No. Yeah, he's pretty indie,
either.
I've never seen
pretty underground. Like, not many people have heard of him, but I'll send you some of his albums later. Yeah. So unanimously, this hasn't happened much recently, getting anything into tier
it doesn't
S.
happen.
But we unanimously put one in there on the first one. We'll see if that's a sign for more to come. But Jeff, great pick there. Josh, which of these songs would you like to talk about?
So I'm gonna just go with one of I don't know why I've always just kind of sung this song spontaneously. It's maybe it's a little it's probably not controversial, but I really like, and I'm putting an S tier
Under
myself.
the Sea.
No, not quite. I did. Maybe we'll get to that one, but A Whole New World from Aladdin. Whole new world, a new fan. Yeah, I actually really like that song. It's a little embarrassing. Oh my gosh, I'm putting S tier though. Great.
S tier for A Whole New World. John Luke, where are you putting it?
I feel like it's no more or less embarrassing than 4 grown men tearing
talking
Disney
about
songs.
Yeah.
There is nothing embarrassing about any of
That's
this.
what I'm saying.
Come
That's what
on.
that's 100% what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm agreeing.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
So sorry, which one are we doing? I got too focused on that.
A Whole New World.
A Whole New World is pretty good. I will put that in. I'll put it in S tier. Yeah.
I am completely surprised.
Yeah.
What is going on here? JL.
Little did we know.
Saying all that.
Disney songs is what brought us all together. Taught us that the answer was friendship all along.
Oh my god!
In
No
these
more
Twitter streets, if we were all just listening to Disney songs, we'd all just be.
We'd
so
all
much
agree.
happier
Yeah,
and
we'd be so much
kinder
more
and-
amicable.
Yeah.
Sorry, that means nice, Tim.
Don't worry.
Michael says,
we're going to disagree on these. I already know because I
Michael
got some
says-
ones that. Yeah.
Who doesn't know who Elton John is? JL. JL's never heard of Elton John or Elvis Presley or any artist that starts with E, actually. Just completely blocked them out entirely. So if there's a musical artist that starts with E, he's never heard of them.
Yep.
It's a sad part of his life. Prue said Sir Elton John composed it, not sing it. We got an argument about whether or not he sang it going on in the chat. And you know what? I don't know. So we can just put that to bed. Someone else can look it up.
We can put that to bed.
So we have 2 S's so far, and I really like A Whole New World, but it's not on the same level as Circle of Life for me. It's an A. It's still a very good song, but I'm going to put it in A tier. Jeff, where are you putting A Whole New World?
So this is the problem that I told Jay about this show, because these are all bangers, and so I'm putting it with the S tier. So that whole sequence, on the magic carpet, and it's excellent. S tier.
S tier.
There we go.
It goes up in S tier. 2 S tiers so far. I have a feeling this is going to be a big S tier.
3 S tier.
I'm
They're
trying
all
to live
bangers.
like
All these songs are bangers.
Yeah,
All good.
Hello? Oh, everybody just stopped
Yeah.
suddenly.
No,
John
we're here.
Luke, which song would you like to talk about next?
Did he add the one that I asked for? The King Louis one?
I really hope not.
Oh, I'm gonna be so mad if he didn't.
What's it
Is
called?
that on there?
Is it I Want to Be Like You?
Yeah, I want to be like you.
Yep, that's on there.
Oh, okay, let's do that one. S tier, baby. So good. That whole movie was so good.
It is a good movie. S tier for I Want to Be Like You from the Jungle Book for JL.
Simon, can you give me a little song, like a little singing of that?
Well, JL
I want to
picked
be
it.
like you.
JL.
Oh yeah, Jeff got it.
yeah,
He nailed it.
That's it.
You talk
Talk
like
like
you.
you.
Okay, I actually know
You
it.
It's
know
when
what?
all the
I know it.
monkeys are there with
Yes,
what's his face?
I know exactly what you're talking about. Actually, I really do.
King Louis.
You,
I really just
Jeff,
wanted Simon to sing it.
I kind of forgot that song. Your rendition of it reminded me what a banger that song is. It is so much
good.
fun. It's S tier.
So
I was going to
jazzy.
put it in B, and I moved it up to S just because of Jeff singing. Jeff, where are you putting it? I Want to
S
Be Like
tier.
You.
Let's go.
Yes,
All right.
yes, my friends.
Oh, this whole show is just.
Told you
gonna be
these
us
are all
putting it in S
bangers.
tier.
I know. I've never been so happy.
I'll put it in A tier.
You
So
son
it's
of a
an
gun.
S.
Yeah,
It's still an S.
Yeah. I didn't change anything. Like I didn't change anything.
After I gave you an S on A Whole New World.
Well, thank you. I didn't change anything though.
We've got 3 S's. Michael said Hercules and Mulan songs are the only S tiers, honestly. And The Chosen Rose says Tarzan is the
Yikes.
GOAT. Dancing in Tarzan is S+ tier. And Michael said S tier, make a man out of you. The rest are below. He only listens to that Disney song. That's it. That's
On
all he
repeat.
listens to. That would be funny. You go into someone's Spotify, they've got one playlist with one song in it, and it's Mulan, and that's it. Guys, the song I want to talk about, we've mostly been talking like older Disney movies so far. My favorite Disney song period is I've Got a Dream from Tangled. It is so much fun. It's so happy. I love the songs that have like a chorus of people singing. Like it really captures like the they're in a tavern vibe. Like it's just such a fun, happy, and positive song. Like it teaches you like don't judge people by the way they look. Like everyone can be anything. Just because someone looks like scary doesn't mean they're not artistic or talented or sweet or kind. I just think it's such a good, fun song with a positive message, and I've listened to it 100 times in the last 24 hours prepping for today. S tier, super S tier if that was possible. It's phenomenal. Jeff, where are you putting I've Got a Dream?
You've sold me, Simon. You didn't even need to sell me, but you've sold me, and I'm going to go with S tier.
S tier for I've Got a Dream. Josh, I don't think you've seen this movie you were saying or don't remember it.
No, I don't.
So
I always feel like I have to
abstain
a little bit because I don't know the song. B tier. No, I'm joking. I'm gonna abstain. I can't ruin this momentum. I can't do it. Like I can't do it. Like
we just need these positive vibes.
Just wait for John Luke.
S tier. Let's just turn the songs on and get canceled by YouTube, and it'll be all good.
Yes.
Hey, I'm about
John
to
Luke,
hit
where
you
you putting
with some not so good vibes. I'm telling you.
John Luke, where are you putting I've Got a Dream?
I'm gonna put it in B. I don't love it. I haven't seen this movie like much, but I have seen the song. I'm sorry, Simon. It's B for me.
I just think you're wrong. That means you haven't seen it.
I probably am.
I'm putting it in B as well.
Oh, piling it on.
Oh.
You guys stink.
Simon has ended the stream.
Simon has left the stream. Everyone gets their favorite song in S tier except for Simon. Everyone gets their favorite song in S tier except for Simon. That's okay. I don't even need it in S tier. I don't even care what you guys think. You guys all
Scott
stink.
Fish is going to come in and just blow up the bracket anyway. So.
Okay, but when there's 3 in S tier, A tier means a lot less. I'm angry. Jeff, where are you putting, or what song do you want to talk about next?
You're welcome.
I think I'm
oh, solid.
What tier are you putting your welcome in?
Another S tier banger.
S.
You know, The Rock coming in and ripping it down, and that song is so catchy. So I'm gonna go with that one as an S tier song.
S tier from Jeff. Josh, where are you putting your welcome?
Like I listen. I actually know this one. I'm putting it in an A tier. I don't think it quite lives up to the songs in S tier for me. Sorry.
Wow.
Jeff, don't kill me.
You're grading it on a curve though, because you've got Dwayne Johnson singing this song against an Elton John. So
and maybe that's the problem. And maybe that's part of the
Battle
problem.
Royale. Disney song Battle Royale. Who would win? The Rock or Elton John?
The Rock.
Don't underestimate Elton John.
You're right. I bet he's sneaky probably.
He has been estimated. He is properly estimated.
Properly estimated.
John Luke, we've got an S and an A for your welcome. Where are you putting it?
It's S tier. It's fully S tier, along probably with the other song from this movie.
I was gonna say it's not my favorite one from this movie, and it's a tier below my favorite song from this movie. So the highest I can put it is A tier. Like I have listened to the other one that I'm sure we'll talk about probably 50 times more than this one. So it has to go A for me. But that's 2 A's and 2 S's, and tie goes to the guest. So your welcome ends up in S tier with the other 3 songs. So far, the only one not in S tier is still the one song I picked. Josh, which song would you like to talk about next?
I'm about to hit you guys with something here, and you're just gonna have to deal with it because I want to talk about Let It Go. F tier, people. F tier. Let It Go. Hate that song. Get it out of here. Yeah, Simon left. I don't blame you guys. Song. I can't handle that song. I can't do it. I heard it too much. I've got some maybe personal reasons for this. It was blasted in my face for
you have my attention.
But I'm not going to get into it. Screw that song.
Screw that song.
Josh puts Let It Go.
Let it go, guys. Let it go.
John Luke.
I'm gonna put this in. It's a solid B for me.
You guys
I'm a
are
little surprised.
absolutely insane. Craig said Josh needs to be fired. Jay says my daughter is upset with you, Josh.
I'm sorry, Jay.
Josh,
I'm sorry. I'm not a girl dad.
I think, and I am not a girl dad either, but I worked at a summer camp the year Frozen came out. Okay. And if you think anyone here heard that song more than I did that summer, working like 10 hours a day with 4-year-olds, I just don't believe you. I heard that song hundreds and hundreds of times, and it is.
But you're basically
an
a girl
absolute.
yourself.
It's still an absolute banger. It is an absolute banger from beginning to end. It's one of my go-to karaoke songs. It's an iconic Disney song. I love it so much. I think it's the song that maybe most deserves to be an S tier out of every single one on this tier list. It is clearly S tier. I wish.
You know what, Simon? I'm moving it up to A based off of your impassioned plea.
You can move it up to S.
A tier from JL.
That's my opinion, and I hate that song.
I'm putting it in A, Josh.
Yeah.
Jeff, where are you putting Let It Go? We've got an F, an A, and an S.
It's an S. Idina Menzel just rips it. I think it's the best song out of that movie. So I'm going to go with the S tier.
It is. And they're all F.
Josh has so much hate in his heart. So we had an F, an A, and 2 S's.
No girls. I don't want them either. All right? Keep them out of here. Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I feel bad. I feel bad, but
you should, Walter.
I really do have a deep, just not liking for that song.
Well, Josh, your F, you did enough work to bring it down a couple tiers. It ended up in the B tier because of your F. So Let It Go ends up down there in the B tier.
I feel like I'm pulling a JL over here.
And Tim said, Spicy Take saying Let It Go is the best out of all of these. I did not say that. I said I think it most deserves to be an S tier out of all of these. That is a distinction. It's not the same thing. No. It's not just which song is the best. I think like some of the iconic status or like the popularity also plays into effect. But John Luke, which song would you like to talk about next?
All right. Next, let's talk about the other Moana song. I think it's called How Far I'll Go.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, that one's good. That one's probably the best Disney song I've ever heard in my life. It will get stuck in my head for months at a time. It's S tier.
I've been staring at the edge of the water. S tier.
So good.
Just like the cadence of it is so nice. Like it is like it's like so relaxing to listen to the cadence of her voice in that song.
With the like Hawaiian imagery, in this movie, it makes me happy. It just fills me with joy.
Yeah.
S from JL, S from me. Jeff, where are you going with How Far I'll Go?
S.
Say S or F?
S.
Oh, I was about to say that was the unexpected F from Jeff up there.
Has Jeff voted anything other than S so far?
No, because these are great songs.
Josh, where are you going on this one?
I think JL made a great point. It's like the Hawaiian theme of Moana. It's like it makes me feel good. I like warm weather. I do not like cold weather very much. It makes me sad. So Frozen, get out of here. This is S tier song.
Josh bases his Disney song takes on the weather in the movie.
On the weather.
So How Far I'll Go ends up S tier unanimously because the weather is so nice there. Scott said if a song isn't S tier on this show, it is hot garbage. The math checks out.
Thank you.
Undeniable, inarguable garbage.
Inarguable garbage.
No, because I've Got a Dream is A tier, and that is not a garbage song. Joey says Josh might need to let it go.
You need to let it go. Let Josh go. Let go of Frozen. Let it go, guys.
The fantasy futurist is agreeing with you here, Josh. He's saying
I'm not so sure.
Let it go going down. He's saying all bad here. It is my turn, guys, and I don't know which song to talk about. I've had so long to prepare, and then I didn't. Oh, you know what? Actually, this was one I picked out yesterday. I had one I liked. One I don't like. That's so tough. I don't know if I don't like any of these.
I got one I don't like, but it's not my turn.
Okay, you know what? I do have one I don't like. I like most of the songs from The Little Mermaid, but there was an American Idol performance 2 seasons ago on Disney Night that forever ruined one of these songs for me. There was a guy with long hair. I don't know his name. It was truly the only episode of American Idol I watched that season. And he sang Kiss the Girl. And he did the sha-la-las like, sha-la-la-la-la-la. And it's just like, I can't listen to the song without getting the creepiest vibes from that guy anymore. Kiss the Girl, D tier for me. That's where I'm putting it. Jeff, where are you putting Kiss the Girl?
I don't really care for that song. I'll go with C tier on that song. I think it's just kind of a middle of the road song.
Let's go, people. Let's go.
C tier for Kiss the Girl. Josh, where are you putting it?
Like I thought I was gonna be disagreeing with you or agreeing with Simon, but disagreeing with Simon. Yeah, it's not that great. D. Let's D it in the terms of these movies. Yeah, D.
Let's D it, says Josh. JL, where would you put Kiss the Girl?
F.
F tier for John Luke. Was that the one you knew you didn't like, JL? That
no, I honestly didn't even remember the song until you said it, and then I threw it on real quick while these guys were going. I don't like it. Don't like it.
Where did it go? I have lost it.
It's
right
left. It's like dead center on the second row.
They're in a boat.
There we go. Yep.
Yeah.
So that ends up squarely in D tier with the C and the F canceling out. And Jeff, we are back to you. It is your pick on which song you would like to talk about. I think we can get through one more round if we go through these real quick.
I'm going to go with, let's do Un Poco Loco. No, Remember Me. Remember Me. Remember Me.
Remember Me. Right. Where are you putting Remember Me?
S tier. Remember Me is another banger. So I love that song.
Yeah.
Remember Me, S tier from Jeff. Josh, where are you putting it?
It goes firmly in. Man, all these songs are. It goes firmly A tier. A tier.
It sounds so firm.
Like I almost feel like I gotta lower it because of like the scope of all the songs we've got. It's A. It's A.
A from Josh. John Luke, where are you putting it?
It's S tier. Do you not have a heart, Josh?
No, I don't. No,
Coco will rip you up, man.
Coco
that movie will get you.
God,
it's one of
start
the
thinking about your time with your parents. Oh God, I'm gonna start crying on the stream.
Yeah,
wouldn't be the first time.
Remember Me is an S tier. It'll just rip you a little bit. That whole movie does. That's S tier, but that puts it in S tier. Remember Me ends up in S tier. We need one Coco song up there. It would have been disrespectful without it. Josh, Scott Fish had better Sha-la-la-la in a song, Growing Pains theme song, or Kiss the Girl. It's a good question.
Is there one in Brown Eyed Girl too? Is there Sha-la-la and
Brown Eyed Girl? Oh, that was Kiss the Girl. I was trying to sing Brown Eyed. I almost went Brown Eyed Girl instead of
Brown Eyed Girl. I like that. Growing Pains.
Josh, which song would you like to talk about next?
I want to talk about Shiny. Shiny. I really like this song. It's a really, really freaking catchy song. Out of like all these songs, it might be one of the more catchy ones, but I'm putting it in A tier. I really like it. I just don't think it belongs in S tier. I wanted to tell you guys, I do really like it.
I want you guys to know. I like
Shiny.
It's so
catchy.
That voice was so
shiny.
Good,
yeah.
John Luke, where are you putting Shiny?
God, it's S tier. It's S tier. That whole movie. There's not a single song in that movie that's not good.
It's probably my least favorite song from that movie, and it's still A tier. Like it is still A tier and bordering on S. All the songs in that movie are phenomenal. But yeah,
I think it's the most
tier
catchy
for me.
From that movie, actually, the most catchy for me. But
I
agree, but I say it's
I
A,
disagree with that.
I say it's A. I agree. It's a lesser tier of song.
There we go.
Wait, you said A, Josh?
Yes,
I did.
And I'm gonna do A. I'm gonna do A as well.
Okay,
I can't rightfully upvote that one.
We have 3 A's. Jeff, where are you putting it?
I'm leaving it at A too. You know, I do think it's a banger, and I love that song and that movie, but I think that it's just kind of doesn't quite get all the way there.
Yeah.
A tier joining I've Got a Dream. Jay said A tier is fair. Anthony said I'm too old for this shit. He doesn't even know some of these movies. And Craig just letting Anthony know, hey, a giant crab sings it. And Scott coming in saying I felt Shiny was the worst song in Moana when I first saw it. It grew on him though. It did grow. And Jay saying JL is a giant crab. So you and this song have something in common.
I guess I am. I don't know what that means. And wait,
Scott. It's the worst song from the movie. S tier. Simon.
Yep. Wait, Joey said the genius that is Lin-Manuel Miranda. Did he do that song or the Coco song?
He wrote the music for in Moana, I think.
In Moana, really? I did not know that.
I did not know that either. That makes sense why I like all the songs so much then. Herm said, are any High School Musical songs included on this? Soren has my vote for elite tier. There are no High School Musical songs on this. I guess we were just doing Disney animated movie songs. Yeah. But yeah, there's some bangers from High School Musical too. John Luke, we just finished talking about Shiny. Which song would you like to talk about next?
All right. I'm going to talk about one I really hate. You Got a Friend in Me is not a good song. It's so bad. It's such a bad song. It's probably the worst song I've ever heard in my life. It's F tier.
The worst song you've ever heard in your life.
I will send you some worse songs.
It's not. Maybe I'm being hyperbolic here. That means I'm exaggerating, Tim. It's probably not the worst song ever, but it's pretty bad.
And Herm saying, fine, I'm out if there's no High School Musical in here. He wants nothing to do with us. I love you, Herms, but we will get he said, JL, this is worse than your bacon take.
Isn't even a take. Bad. Just an omission.
Joe said, I will not listen to this Randy Newman slander. No, I think they're talking about your take on this song. Jesus, JL. Maria said, John Luke, divorced.
It's so annoying.
Jay said, JL, you've got an enemy in me. You know what? I had the benefit of seeing the reaction first. So you know what? A tier from You've Got I'm just kidding. It's a fine song. I never put it on purpose, but when it plays, I get some nostalgia. So I'll put it in B tier. That's where that one's going. Jeff, where are you putting You've Got a Friend in Me?
Yeah, I think you're right on the nostalgia notes, but I think you're right also on the B tier. It just doesn't really get there.
B tier from Jeff. We've got an F and two Bs. Where are you putting
I'm putting this one firmly in A tier.
Let It Go F.
A tier.
Randy Newman A.
Yeah, well, hey, it's nostalgia. Let It Go has no nostalgia for me. Let it go. Let it go.
Let it go.
You need some more girls, Josh, when you get a little bit older.
You'll see.
No girls over here.
We'll do a like a reunion show or like recap show where we redo these tiers after Josh's daughters.
That's right.
Okay, fair enough.
Oops, that's not where that goes. That goes right here. It ended up in B tier. The F, the two C's, and the A were enough to put it right into B. So we've got You've Got a Friend in Me joining Let It Go in the B tier. And we've got one more song to talk about. You know, we might be able to fit two more in. Jeff, we can probably let you wrap it up with one more choice, but I'm going to talk
Maria
about the
does
one.
have one that she wants us to talk about. So
okay, maybe we can talk about that one next. Going through this list yesterday, I realized there was one song that I had not been giving the credit it deserved. It is so much fun in the original movie and in the remake that they made semi-recently. The song Gaston from Beauty and the Beast is unbelievably fun. I think what I'm realizing is that I like songs from Disney movies sung in taverns. Like, I think that vibe in a song is really fun where like you get the crowd cheering with them and you can see people like clinking drinks and like screaming together. I just love that vibe in Disney music, and Gaston has that same kind of vibe that I've Got a Dream has, where everyone's kind of singing together, though much less positive, obviously. Different story altogether. But it's S tier for me. Gaston, S tier. Jeff, where are you putting Gaston?
F tier. It's about a bad guy, and no, I don't like it. It's about a bad guy, and I'm out.
Oh my gosh, F tier. I didn't think we were going to get an F out of you, Jeff, but I picked the one song that could do it. Josh, where are you putting Gaston?
I just had to remind myself of the song. I just did that. Yeah, it's like C. It's not that great.
What? No one's slick.
Sorry, I had to find out this way.
Whoa, Simon, how did you do that? You started singing right at where the song was in my headphones.
It's that Gaston.
It was like 40 seconds into the video too. Like it wasn't like it was like the start. Like you started in the middle, right on where they started.
It's so much fun. It's such a fun song. Josh, where did you put it? I forgot to listen.
Wait a second. Hold on. That's actually blowing my mind. I put in C.
C. Yeah, I'm getting crushed today. Nobody likes my Disney song. So we've got an S, an F, and a C. John Luke, where are you putting it?
I'm gonna put it in C2. I'm sorry, Simon. I don't love like obvious show tuney type songs like that, and I feel like this just very much fits an archetype. Like this feels like they phoned this song in.
You stuck up son of a gun. They phoned this song in as if it wasn't written purposely with intention.
They could have done. They could have done
everything
better.
about
if
this
they
song
had
is on
gotten
purpose.
Lin-Manuel to come in and write the soundtrack for this movie, it would have been better. That's all I'm saying.
I think he was like 4 when this song was written.
True.
Probably more talented than the people who wrote the
I'm
song at the
gonna
time.
kill you guys.
No, just kidding.
Okay, well, 2 C's, an F, and an S puts it at 3.75, which is 4, which is clearly in the C tier. No one likes my songs. Everyone hates my songs.
Hey, at least we got a song in the C tier.
Craig said jail kind of looks like Gaston. Maybe a little bit.
The heck? What does that even mean? Is he the short guy with the buck teeth?
No, he's
a big
handsome
dude.
Yeah, thank you.
But he's a
Man,
bad
you're gonna judge the song,
you're
and
right.
you can't even tell me who Gaston is.
Now it's B tier.
Anthony said
Literally
jail
the
does
picture
look
on
like
the
this.
screen.
Yeah, come on. There we go.
That's
jail,
That's
right
you,
there.
Jail.
Jail, you mentioned Maria had one song she wanted us to talk about.
Yes,
what song was that?
It was Zero to Hero.
Zero to Hero
song.
from Hercules.
Yeah.
Jeff, we're going to start with you. Where are you putting Zero to Hero?
I don't think it's the best Hercules song. I feel like I can go the distance better than that song. But I'll go with an A tier on that one.
A tier.
I completely agree with Jeff. A tier, but I think it's not quite the best. A tier though.
John Luke?
It's S tier for the sake of my relationship.
You needed this, jail.
And you know what? Jeff, you took the words right out of my mouth. It's a great song, but not even the best one in Hercules. So it's A tier for me. But 3 A's and an S puts it into A tier. So we can go ahead and move
Jail
Zero
tried,
to Hero
Maria.
into
Jail
A
tried.
tier.
I tried my hardest.
Yeah, he did his part. Scott Fish said, I think he was telling you why it's not.
I think he's saying JL and Gaston are super handsome and muscular. I think
he's saying like JL.
No,
Come on, relax. You don't look like Gaston. He's handsome and muscular. Dan said you look like a villain, JL. And Jay said, well played, JL, with that last one. Guys, Jeff, before we close this out, I know we ran over a little bit. Are there any songs you want to make sure we talk about? Any last songs you want to make sure we get up on this tier list?
You know, I think you could go all day, and
Yeah,
we could.
I think I'm good. You know, there are certainly some other ones we can mention, but I'm okay. I think that we've done a satisfactory job of covering the board. So I think that we have a representative sample out there, and I think we all kind of agree that Disney produces some of the best music.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes. And Tim all of a sudden cares about rules and consistency. Tim Chaos coming in here saying, gotta love the internal ranking system from movie to movie, changing halfway through the show. Well, Tim, it's tiers. There are no rules. You're allowed to you can be a hypocrite. You can go against what you said for one. You can use one reasoning for one song and then change it for the other. That's how it rolls over here. Guys, Jay just hit it on exactly what I was going to say. Jeff, we'll have to bring you back for part 2. Your takes on these songs are perfect. It's the insight we need. ESPN, take note over here at what Jeff's doing on the fantasy, Disney, and Star Wars front. Guys, if you do not already follow Jeff on Twitter, his handle's right there. Go follow him now. He's on Twitter at 4 for whom J Bell tolls. And you can find his work with Fantasy Pros, Football Guys, and then his shows on Tuesday night with the Devi Royale and Coming Off the Edge. Jeff, thank you so much for coming on again today, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. I love any moments that I can spend with you guys, and so I'm grateful that you had the opportunity to have me on today. So thank you very much.
We love having you on, Jeff.
We love that. You are our favorite Ohio State fan. Don't tell my family.
Right.
We've made nice. We've gone past it. And I said this too at the conference.
That aspect doesn't matter to me. I didn't go to Clemson, so Ohio State.
You're good.
Yeah, don't tell my uncles. They might get bitter if they heard me say that. Guys, just a reminder, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. It means a ton to us. You can make sure you never miss another episode. I don't know where that came from. I think I was reading episode. I think I was reading y'all in the middle of saying episode. And that came out. I just did it again on accident. But guys, you can make sure you don't miss another episode of our show. And then tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time, we are on the Twitch FanDuel channel, twitch.tv/FanDuel, playing some more games during the Front Yard Fantasy Hour. So make sure to check us out there. Guys, that was fun. I want to keep ranking Disney songs, but I think that's it for us today. Josh, you were telling me something right before the show. I can't remember what it was.
It was Trading Makes Fantasy Fun. Let's go!
Trading Makes Fantasy Fun. We're out of here.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice,
that.
Josh.
You really nailed that one.
Trading Makes Fantasy Fun.
It does.
We're out of here. Everyone sing your favorite Disney song as we hit the outro. 3, 2,
Moana.
1.
Let it go. Let it go.
We'll see you guys later. Adios, everyone.
Bye-bye.